Hey folks, Kevin and Thea here.
Hi guys, good to see you again.
So today I've got to go out to the root cellar and put a fan down in the root cellar and all, but I thought since it's been about 3 weeks since we harvested the sweet potatoes, is that right, about 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And at that time, and I'll show you the sweet potatoes in the root cellar, but I wanted to show you the sweet potatoes here. So here, these are the roots that we removed the potatoes from the plants. So we pulled off all of the tubers and then cut back the vines quite a bit. And I just wanted to show you how they're looking at this point. So they're growing like crazy. And we got 1, 2, 3, 6 of them just like last year. So how do you take care of them, hon?
Oh, it's really easy. One thing I wanted to say is I cannot believe how fast these guys are growing, here.
Okay.
I'm thinking, okay, this isn't even Christmas yet or Thanksgiving,
Yep.
and we can't take these out into the spring. But we did the same amount and the same procedure last year. Once we got them planted in here, they do require more water than the house plants, maybe because their roots are more extensive and all. But I watered them through here until it falls out on the tray and lets it sit on the tray. It gives them more humidity, and that way they're getting a good soaking. And I have to do that twice a week.
Right.
So otherwise their leaves look a little droopy. As soon as I did that, oh my God, they just started to really produce. And Kevin had to go and untangle them from up on this upper leg too.
Right.
And put them down.
So they grow so rapidly. So a couple of things. I think they're a real pretty plant myself. So someone could take a couple of these, put them in their house, and just grow them as you would like a wandering ivy type plant in your living room or whatever, and look at them. The leaves are edible. They're some people say they're absolutely delicious. I can't remember that I've had them.
I don't think we ever tried them.
Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing is when the vines get real long and it's real early in the winter, like right now, we can just prune these back and they can be composted, the vines. Just keep up on watering them and taking care of them, making sure they don't get any aphids or any other problems.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have any problems with pests at all.
No, and we did, I believe, when we were doing it in the nursery area. The work
Yep.
area over there by the greenhouse. I don't know what the difference was.
Temperature, cooler temperatures, more susceptible.
But last year, no problem. The year before, no problem. But I like this method the best.
Yeah, and then, and we'll go over this again in the springtime. So these vines will get massive and all, but we'll keep cutting them back. And then what we will do is when the vines get, let's say the thickness of this section right here, and this should be cut off, this one should, because it's not viable. But when the vines get about that thick, you can just segment them, put them in water, and in 1 week's time they got massive roots, and they can be planted in the garden as well. But these 6 plants will keep giving us sweet potatoes year after year, and we get lots of beautiful sweet potatoes. And
we had the same quantity that we started in the winter last year, and look how many sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah, we get tons of them.
Well, he'll show you. It's tons down there.
Right. Plus, you already did 2 ovens worth of the
smaller pieces. I cook them, and then I put them in Ziploc bags, and then went ahead and put them in the freezer. Kind of use them as French fries types thing. Yeah,
they're anywhere from the size of a, let's say a banana, about the size of a banana, and because of their size, they won't store as long. So the smaller the size, if they've had injuries to them, so we separate those out, and they get baked. So you baked a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, and we've had beautiful, sweet potato meals and all.
Oh yeah, and then I was just made today a recipe of brownies, chocolate, brownies made with sweet potato.
Yep.
And I was just watching a video before Kevin came in on making sweet potato chocolate pudding.
Yep.
And the woman was saying her husband doesn't like sweet potatoes, and the only way she could sneak it in is make it as a chocolate pudding. Can't tell the difference.
Yep. So Sweet potatoes are a big hit here. They're delicious. They can be used for any number of dishes. Certainly sweet potato pie, pumpkin. I don't know if it's somewhat similar to pumpkin. You made that years ago. We haven't had it in a while. There's so many options and all. But the sweet potatoes that we've been eating recently, they're out of this world.
Oh, they're very good, and they were very healthy when you took them out. There's only a few that had, you know, a questionable spot and all.
So, okay, so I'm going to stop here, and then sorry, I keep hitting the buttons here. I'm going to stop here and head out to the root cellar, and we'll show you the sweet potatoes, how we're storing them in the root cellar.
Good to see you guys. Have fun in the root cellar.
Okay, I'm down here in the root cellar. We'll take a quick look around, and we'll show the sweet potatoes. Some of our canned goods on the shelves, some paper products when times get tough and all. Garlic is over here. We keep a lot of our seeds. So these are cover crop seeds in these buckets here. Want to maintain the moisture content, and you want to keep things pretty cool. Some of the sweet potatoes here. You give me instructions to grab one good size one to bring back. And then over here, I did show the garlic over here. Several bins of garlic left. And then a lot of our seed for growing our various pumpkins and squashes and all the vegetables and all that. So we save our own seeds. So this is Georgia candy roaster squash seeds here. Blue Hubbard squash seeds here. You see, what do we got here? These are butternut squash seeds. So, and for Eddie, we don't grow lots of pumpkins anymore. I think we grew sugar or sugar baby pumpkins. Eddie had asked, what's a good pumpkin for growing for pies and all, and they're real sweet. There's a whole bunch if you look online of some of the different ones. You just want to look at how many days. So the sugar and the sugar baby, they're good enough in this part of the country. They got a short enough time for maturation with our climate and all, so they work out pretty well. But even, you know, like some of the squashes, like the Blue Hubbard, they make a great pumpkin. The candy roaster squash, and they're those great big ones. I don't know if you've seen them in our videos. They're monsters, but they're tender. I don't want to say tender. Easy to process because they don't have really thick shell to them. Where the Blue Hubbards, man, I'll use my saw, a reciprocating saw, to cut through those when we're processing them and all. So yeah, some of our kale seeds, our corns, yarrow we got here. No, we got carrot seeds and all. So that's our root cellar. We love our sweet potatoes. They're absolutely fantastic, just amazing. And the dehumidifier just kicked off. What's the temperature in here? So the temperature in here right now is 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 47% humidity. And some of our dried, you know, celery and cabbages, eggplant, tomatoes. So we dehydrate a lot of different foods as well, most of which are in the house. But when we get too much, we put them right down here. Oh, and our Dutch red shallots. And I didn't, let's see, did I turn on the light? So these are the Dutch red shallots. And these are, man, we have these at least a couple of times a day. They're absolutely fantastic. Dutch red shallots. So that's a look at our root cellar and our sweet potatoes. The system that we've got now is regrowing the same plants year after year. They really give us fantastic potatoes. That's it for today's video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Give us a thumbs up if you thought this was of value, and leave a comment as well. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye now.